And one of the things, I know to the average viewer thinking $6.4 million this year to next to do the same stuff. Well, how does that happen? Well, one of the things that I discovered in working through the budget this year is that there are some what I call budget drivers over which we have some but not total control, and those are the things that cause the level service. And I'd just like to highlight a few for the audience. Again, consider level service for us would cost approximately $6.5 million more next year than we've spent this year. So the budget drivers, a huge one, almost $2 million of that $6 million and $6.4 million would be increased special education costs, the vast majority, 1.7 million of those, related specifically to students and special education programs for kids who are educated outside of our district. We have over 1,000 students of our 6,300 students who are special education, and of those 1,000 or so students, about 71 are students with disabilities that are so complicated that we actually can't provide an adequate education for them in town and in our programs. And so by law, we're required to send them off to other programs. And we don't have control over the tuitions that we pay for those students. The state regulates those at the requests of the various private settings. So state grants raises whenever they think it's appropriate to those schools, and then we have to absorb those costs. So that's almost $2 million of the $6. $3 million of the $6 are a combination of things related to collective bargaining. Whether we're bargaining with any one of our unions, we're currently in negotiations with 6 unions. We're bargaining for cost of living increases. There are step increases. Some of our unions, teachers especially, get compensated more if they have they get more with a master's degree than they do with a bachelor's, or even more still with a PhD instead of a master's degree. And so all of the negotiation pieces, we plug in some numbers. Some are pretty firm. We take the staff that we have and we age them to next year, and they move along the salary scale. And we know that those step increases or experience increases are about $2 million more in terms of getting to that $6.4 million. So $2 million is for step increases or a more experienced staff, and then another 1.3 we plug in for our best guess about negotiated increases with all of our unions. So between special education and negotiated increases, we're up to $5 million plus, and then there are a series of smaller items: new bus contract, increased health care costs, the inflation costs of materials that we use in the school, in the education process, and all of those things contributed together result in approximately $6.4 million to do next year the same stuff that we're doing this year. And that I know that's a hard number for people to get their head around, but we have details on the school committee budget, on the school committee webpage, on the school webpage, and I think people can find more information out about that.